Hello, got this third part for the series there with the letter S for this alphabetical World Cup. So we have 3 groups of 14 because there's so many countries that start with this letter S. It's the hardest one to qualify from, as only one particular nation qualifies from every letter for this alphabetical World Cup. So some particular countries have a lot easier, as there's less nations, less quality nations that begin with that letter. But of course, especially just in this particular group, you've got the likes of Spain, you've got Sweden, Switzerland, South Africa, South Korea, so good quality opposition. And fortunately for them, 6 teams actually qualify from this group, so all the favourite nations should still be able to make it, but you never know, it's random simulation, but teams that are stronger have more of an opportunity to do so because they are given extra powers respectively, so it's not like completely random. They actually go based on how their nation does in real life compared to the world rankings there. So let's go for the nations there, see who we got, and feel free to get involved and put your thoughts and predictions down below there on who you think is going to qualify from here, who you're supporting to win this particular group, and who you think actually is going to go all out and win the S once we get to the final. So we got South Africa 66th, South Korea 63rd, got South Ossetia 241st, so they're just happy to be there. South Sudan 125th, Spain 4th, Sri Lanka 227th, Sudan 115th, Suriname 124th, Sweden 16th, got Switzerland in 11th, Syria in 100th place, and scroll across, we've got a few more just sneaking around over here. Got Szekey Land 254th, Spain 261st, and Sao Tome and Principe is 171st in the world. So who's going to be the lucky 6 countries, or the skillful 6 countries that gets through this group? It's only 13 matches because there's 1 match against every different nation for each side, so a few unpredictable results could potentially happen. So let's see what we get. It's all been done at a neutral venue in a group tournament format, so let's get to it. And scroll down, and you can also see that they have these particular attacking and overall defensive ratings there, so that reflects on their nation's ranking there. So you can see that this one, 241st, has only got a 21 overall compared to Spain 128 overall there, just to show that it is based on that. And kick off. And zoom out just to get it loaded there. Oh, this one's taking a bit of time. Alright, and exits, and then we can zoom in on these particular results. You can see some really close matches to kick things off. South Africa and South Korea 0-0 draw. Oh, that could be quite vital, because they might be just firing in for those 6th place finishes, because there's quite a few nations to overcome. 5-1 Sao Tome and Principe, well, 16-0 for Spain there. Seen some really crazy 20-40 goal scorelines in other groups, but nothing quite to that magnitude in this particular one. A 5-1 South Sudan against Szekey Land, just trying to find those big high scoring, or both sides scoring quite a few goals, or the particular strong nations going against each other, like this one here, Spain and Sweden sharing the points, 2-2 draw. Yep, and those are the results. So in first place there, doesn't matter at this stage there, but it gives them a big boost going towards the final, is Spain with 11 wins, 1 draw, 1 defeat, 34 points. Switzerland claim 2nd spot, 11 wins, 2 defeats, 33 points, and right behind them Sweden, so just 1 point separating these 3 sides. 10 wins, 3 draws, no defeats, so Sweden only one managed to go in undefeated and finished in 3rd, 33 points there. South Africa get 4th, and they have 8 wins, 2 draws, 3 defeats, 26 points. Fifth place goes to Syria, who finishes with 8 wins, 1 draw, 4 defeats, 25 points. And that sixth place spot goes to Suriname, 7 wins, 3 draws, 3 defeats, and 24 points. So those are the 6 nations that's going through. Unfortunately, Sao Tome and Principe 6 points behind, so it's a big gap for the West. South Korea, 8th place with 17. 9th place, Sudan with 14. South Sudan finished behind Sudan, just on goal difference, funny enough. Sri Lanka in 11th spots, 8 points. Sapmi with 4. Szekey Land with 4. And South Ossetia in 3 points there at the bottom. So well done to Spain, Switzerland, Sweden, South Africa, Syria, and Suriname, who's going to the S final. Whew. How do you think those particular nations will get on in the final? Do you think we'll see one of these 6 sides go on and win the S final? Feel free to let me know your thoughts on that. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, feel free to subscribe.